You look good, mommy. You look spicy, homie. Let's just say that one more time. Marvelous.
Yeah, I beat my face.
Hey my lovely friends, what's up, what's good? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rufaro and you're most welcome. So before I get started, I just want to say thank you all so much for helping me get to 700. So thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. Today I decided to just indulge you guys for a little bit because I know you've been asking for my everyday makeup routine. This is what my makeup looks like in all my videos. If you want to see how I achieve this, then you can keep watching this video. So first of all, I'm going to set my face using the Garnier Soothing Facial Mist, followed by my primer, which is the Makeup Forever Step 1 primer, which I think is the best for oily skin girls. As you can see, my face looks really matte at this point. Going forward, we're going to use the ABH angled brush number 12 with the ABH pomade in chocolate, which is my favorite shade for my eyebrows. I'm just going to use the spoolie end to brush my eyebrows up a little, and then I'm going to start my application. As you can tell, I focus my product halfway through my brow, then I pull it down all the way to the tail, do the same for the top, and use very little product at the front of my brow. The reason I do this is because I like a more ombre look for my eyebrows as opposed to the block looking brow. The less product you use at the front of the brow, the easier it's going to be. And back in with my spoolie, I'm going to blend those eyebrows out. Doing the exact same thing on the left side too. Now I am using my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Walnut to clean my brows. I prefer to use a lighter concealer on the bottom of my brows and then my foundation on the top of the brow. Naturally, the bottom of your brow is lighter than the top, so it only makes sense for me to use the concealer on the bottom and my foundation on the top. So with makeup, you kind of have to think smart, not hard. So concealer on the bottom, foundation on the top. At this point, I'm going to spot color correct using the orange concealer from my NYX Conceal Correct concealers in Deep. I don't have too many scars on my face, so spot correcting is very much my favorite thing to do. As you can tell, at this point, I am concealing the bag line under my eyes, and there's a complete difference from the right side as opposed to the left, if you guys can tell. Color correcting helps me use less foundation, which is something I love to do because I really like a light makeup look. So I use the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless foundation in the shade Benares, and you have to shake this bad boy before you use it, as you saw me doing in the video. As I mentioned earlier, I conceal the top of my brow using my foundation, which I'm doing right now. Then I'm going to drag the foundation up along my forehead. That way I use less foundation on my forehead, and that serves for a more natural looking brow for me at least. As you can see, I'm back again with my spoolie, just brushing out my brow again to make sure everything looks seamless and everything is well blended in. I'm going to spray my soothing facial mist again from Garnier onto my brush, and this is the brush 202 from Sephora. Absolutely love this brush, highly recommend if you can still find it. This is what I'm going to use to apply my foundation, of which I only just use 2 pumps of my Benares Weightless foundation from Nars, and that's more than enough for me to apply all over my face. And I'm going to take my time blending this, sweetie, because blending your foundation and making sure your base is gorgeous really makes a huge difference to your foundation routine. So make sure you take your time blending. And I spray my brush because I think it gives me a better application as well as a better result when I'm done. I don't know, it makes a difference as opposed to me just using a dry brush and a wet product. Do you get me? And that's the inspection to make sure everything is blended. At this point, I'm going to use the Nars Soft Matte Concealer in Amande. This is what I use to conceal my under eyes, my nose, and my chin. Concealing is completely different from highlighting. Then I'm going to blend that out again using my 202 brush from Sephora, which I use for my foundation as well. I think using the same brush you use for your foundation to blend your concealer just allows for better application and a more blended look, in my opinion. Okay, so we just finished concealing. Now I'm going to highlight using my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Walnut, as well as my Tarte Creaseless Concealer in the shade Deep Sand. These 2 concealers are a lot lighter than the Amande from Nars, and I use these to highlight my under eyes. I'm going to let the concealers settle under my eyes because Jackie Aina said that you should do so. And while this sets under my eyes, I'm going to grab my Smashbox contour palette, and I'm going to use the terracotta bronze, red, golden, gorgeous looking color to contour my face. I've always been a fan of powder contouring as opposed to cream contour. Now with a damp beauty blender, which again I sprayed my Garnier Soothing Mist on, I'm going to go ahead and blend all that concealer, and I'm going to drag it up my eyelid as well and make sure everything is seamless. Now I'm going to set my concealer using the Mercier Translucent powder in medium deep. This is the best method for setting your concealer if you don't want it to crease. So I'm literally patting this into my skin, that way it settles so well. And I'm going to grab this fluffy brush really quickly and just brush everything off my face just to make sure everything is blended in really well. Now using my Maybelline Fitme powder in the shade medium deep, I'm going to highlight everywhere that I put concealer. And the reason why I do this is because it brightens up my under eye, and I'm also going to do it right under my contour to reverse contour, just below the area I put my bronzer. And this is like a reverse contour, can you see? And it just brightens up the bottom as well as my chin. And I also use this to set my under eye. With the tinier end of the 202 brush, I'm going to grab my terracotta bronzer from Smashbox, and I'm going to lightly contour my nose. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to blend my entire face using the buffing end of the same brush I used to do my foundation, just to make sure everything is seamless, because I don't want to have any harsh lines when I'm taking pictures or when I look at my nose from the side. I'm gonna go in with my colorful Sephora blush in the shade Hot Flush. I do not highlight my cheekbones anymore, so blush, especially this orange one, is just my best friend. This is the NYX Matte Finish setting spray, which is the best setting spray for oily skin, girls, trust me. And this is the MAC Gold Deposit highlighter. This was the first highlighter I bought from MAC using one of my first paychecks from my first job. And I still have it since 2017. Love it. Now, I'm no eyeshadow expert, but this Morphe palette really does the job for me. I absolutely love it. It is the 3502 palette, and I would highly recommend this. It's so inexpensive. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go again with that soothing facial mist and get the orange shimmery shade and put that all over my, well, halfway through my eyelid, honestly, just to have like an ombre look almost. Okay, so the eyelashes are from the Sephora collection, and this is in the style Amour. I absolutely love these. Highly recommend. Before I apply my lashes, I just use a black liquid liner over my waterline. I'm gonna stick my lashes on. Yo, it's a struggle because I've got some really curly, unruly lashes, so it's always a hassle, but we make it work. And this is just a Maybelline mascara I'm going to use to blend my natural lash with the fake lash. Okay, at this point I'm just taking a brown lip liner, and then I'm going to take my Nars Walnut Creamy Concealer again, as well as a Makeup Forever Nude Lip Stick, which I'm going to link in the description box because I forgot the name. I have an entire video of nude lip combos. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to link it up there, then you can go and check this out, because it always changes, but it's still a nude lip, you feel me? Tend to overline my lips at times, so that's why you see me just blending over my lips again with that foundation brush. Then I'm going to use my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus setting spray to set my face one more time. And there you have it, my makeup's done. Blink blink, look at that. Smile. Okay, can you dance for us? Yes. Okay, sing for us too, why not? Okay, we see you feeling yourself, girl. As you should. Yes. Okay, sis, we feel you. Okay, you did that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Again, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below what your favorite part of makeup is. For me, it really is therapeutic. Like, I definitely enjoy doing my makeup if I'm going out. This is actually my second time wearing makeup in 2 weeks. I don't wear makeup every time, but when I do, I make sure I go all out. You know, I look like a doll. But I look good. You look good. You look good. It's blended. It's doing the thing. In fact, it's doing several things. Whatever it is doing. You've been doing it. I need to go. Okay, I need to go, baby. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Okay, I'm done. I'm good. Oh, wakanaka. Extra lessons kuti zvinyatsoita bobo because